Welcome, everybody, to Eastern Hancock High School, home of the Royals, as we get set for tonight's JV varsity doubleheader. Actually, kind of a, what do you call it, a 2.5 header, because you got a freshman game going on right now in the middle school gym as well. But our JV varsity doubleheader here between county rivals Eastern Hancock and New Palestine. I want to thank everybody who's joining us here today. Patty Paxton's watching.
She's like the first lady of our live stream. You know what I mean? Like the Paxton Farms have been, were they our first sponsor?
They were. Paxton Farms was our first sponsor. They and then our, we had a couple the first couple of years, but they and Dave's Car Wash have been our sponsors that have been there the longest.
Absolutely.
So the Royals coming to this game had a good win in week 1 over the Centerville Bulldogs. And I think basically you're looking at it, it's almost an entirely new team.
Yep.
You know, you had Parker, Cash, and Drew back from last year, but Drew's splitting quarters with varsity. So really only 2 guys full-time that were playing a ton of minutes last year. Zalinga was a full-time JV guy last year as well, but all kind of playing different roles than what they were. A lot of last year was supporting roles, and so it's an interesting kind of learning experience here early on. So starting here for the Dragons in the JV game, number 4, Lincoln Purdue.
It's a thin bench for the Dragons, and by thin I mean there's 7 kids on the bench.
Number 20, Leighton Purdue. Number 24, Evan Galloway. You have 21 and 22. They weren't on my roster.
I do not. It looks like 22 is Cale Butler, and I do not have a 21.
I'll go find out.
Gavin Schultz, Cash Poindexter, Parker Robertson, number 41, big Luke Zalinga, and the monster inside, Drew Morris. One of my favorite things about Drew is he looks like a big kid. He's an offensive and defensive lineman on the football team, but Drew has excellent feet. He's a great passer. And at least last year when our offense ran through him at the high or low post, we looked really good.
Sorry, that is Cade Stevens and Cale Butler. Cade is number 31 on the varsity, 21 on the JV.
Okay, Cade Stevens. And we did have not quite sure what we were going to get, I guess, with New Pal, right? With them coming off state championship and getting some guys in and not a lot of full practices.
No, and especially when you got guys coming off the football team, they've only had 4 full practices in. Take there instantly by Stevens. He's going to be fouled by Drew Morris. Stevens at the line.
I think the New Pal coach is going to be trying to figure out how everybody works just as much as we are trying to figure out the names.
Talk to us in the chat. Let us know how everything sounds and looks as Stevens knocks home the first free throw. Hits them both, and then some full court pressure here from the Dragons.
I think he actually had Gavin if he could have gotten the right angle.
Yep. Parker got a double team. Z's open, but steal there quickly by Purdue. And kicks it over there to Butler.
Yep. And it looked a little bit like man-to-man.
We got to move, boys.
Yep, there's another steal. And Galloway It looked like they were in man-to-man, but it turned into a 2-3.
And see, what's happening is we were setting our screens before Cash even had the chance to inbound.
Yeah, you can't get in a hurry.
No, they got in a rush, and you got to be a little more patient than we're being right now with that pressure. Parker on the elevator screen, 3 on the way, buries it. He hit his first 3 last time.
Yep. That's Pardue, and we've now got 4 different Dragons scoring.
Was that Lincoln or Layton?
Oh, sorry, it was Layton. I forgot there were 2 Pardue. Or Lincoln, sorry, number 4. 2 Pardues, my fault. Z gets the layup. Drew gets the block, almost picked up the foul, but and then we airmail it. Got a little excited. So it didn't look like we were ready for this level tonight, at least out of the gate.
Nah, Coach Paxton will get him settled down here. Butler with the drive, blocked by Morris. Zalinga with the rebound.
Yeah, there's the man-to-man.
Z wanted that 3 coming off the screen there.
Some good defense from Lincoln Pardue.
Parker with the quick shot, no good.
I actually didn't mind that. That was not a bad shot.
3 on the way from Butler, no good. We got it. That's all right. Good job by Z corralling that. Nearly poked away. Parker gets that one out there by the half-court line.
Yeah. Like to see Gavin take advantage of his speed.
Get a foul there, or nope? We're going to say Drew stepped on the line.
I think Drew got bumped just a little bit, and I think recovering the ball, didn't know where his feet were.
So 9-5 Dragons, 3:53 to go here in the first quarter of the JV game. Pardue to Butler, and Butler walked with it.
A little hop after he grabbed it.
That was their first turnover of the game.
Royals will take it out on the side. See if we get somebody streaking to the basket. It's like we're very static on our inbounds, and with the pressure they're getting, we can't just stand there.
And now you're going to go to a stack here on this one.
There you go.
You said it earlier, I'd like to see him hit Gavin on that cut through.
Yep. Gavin can turn the corner on any of those guys. Great
nice move by Drew Morris.
Yep. Good feet. Nice balance.
9-7, Dragons lead. Gavin with the active hands there. The other Pardue with it. Thought about it, flips it over to Butler. His 3 on the way is perfect. Cale Butler with 5.
There you go, Gavin.
Oh, nice. Kicks it out to Morris. 3, no. Gavin's going to fight for it.
I think he had an open path to the basket. There was a guy who was kind of stepping out on him, but I think he could have got to the hoop. Now, we've seen Drew hit some threes last year, but that's not his specialty.
No. Brennan Noah checks in for the Royals. I like the energy that Noah gave us last time.
Yep.
Came in, got 8 points off the bench. I got to get out on Stevens. His 3, never mind. Maybe that was intentional. I don't know. Zalinga with another rebound.
Parker from way outside. Man, he's just off the
Look
back
at
of
Noah.
Yep, good rebound.
Shades of Brennan Trueblood right there.
We always seem to end up with a kid who just like scraps and gets the bruises and floor burns and everything else like that. So if that's a role Noah can fit, that'd be awesome, because Trueblood was great at it. Before him, it was Jaden Stein doing Jaden Stein things.
Yep. So subbing to the game, Will Meek hits Lincoln Pardue. His three no good. Gavin Schultz on the board, pushing the pace. Loses the handle on it. Galloway going the other way, and Galloway lays it in. It's our 5th turnover here in the first quarter.
Wonder what the message is going to be at the end of the quarter. Yeah, there we go. A little bump.
Little body from Nico McMahon. Get it into Parker here. Nice pass to Noah. He's blocked at the rim.
Yeah, but I like that. That was a good play.
Pardue flips out to Meek. Meek's three off the mark.
We had nobody there to rebound.
Yep. An offensive rebound by Pardue to the other Pardue. (16-7) Dragon lead. Gavin flips back to Parker. I like that.
Yep.
Takes it to the rim. He's going to get fouled right across the arm.
Yep, good job, Parker. Going to get 2 free throws out of that. I hope.
The replay.
I hope they. I mean,
no, I think he called it on the floor.
Man, he was trying to go up.
I thought he was trying to go up. Maybe they said he fouled him earlier than that.
That could be. That's tough. You get fouled so hard you can't get off the ground to get into your shooting motion.
So that foul was on Meek, his first, team second. Caleb Shelley just checked in for Drew Morris there.
Are we going to get a hold?
33 White?
Yeah, Caleb. I don't. Oh, he said he was tagged. The official said he was holding on to the jersey. We're not the football
Shelley
players
with
right
the
here.
sneaky, the sneaky screen right there with the grab some jersey. I like that, Caleb. Don't get caught next time.
Yeah.
Layton working on Zelinga here. Under a minute to play now in the first. Lincoln drives on Gavin, spins out, kicks back out to Layton. Three. And I tell you what, Z didn't get there, but Z definitely changed that shot just a little bit.
Get in.
Zelinga for long two, no good.
I think he had to rush a little bit. He had a guy coming from his side.
Layton nearly lost it. Galloway will take the big three, no. Rebounded by Robertson. 26 seconds to play here. Zelinga on the cut. Zelinga with the dream shake, but kicks it back out to Shelley.
I don't know. The kids know what the dream shake is anymore. There you go, Gavin.
I love that take, though.
Yep, we got it. You got to get into geometry, Gavin. Learn your angles.
Physics. Couldn't quite get it to fall.
No, that was a great take.
9.6 to play here. Nice play over there to Pardue. Deep three, no good. Offensive rebound, but the putback is no good by McMahon, and that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. The score, New Pal 16, Eastern Hancock 7. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Are you a 9-Star Connect electric customer? Did you know the same great service you trust for your electricity can power your connection to the digital world? That's because high-speed fiber internet is available to your home. Experience internet without limits, lightning fast speeds with no data caps, all with expert support available 24/7, 365 days a year. From electricity to internet, we're your trusted local connection. The power to connect is already here. Visit 9starconnect.com today.
So Eastern Hancock trails New Pal 16-7 as we get ready to start the second quarter here. And I was listening to Coach Paxton there during the timeout, and a lot of it was about looking to hit those guys on the cuts, like you had said, like those back screens, trying to catch Gavin on those, and then continuing to crash the glass.
Right.
Was his other point, because right now I think we've got an offensive rebound. We got to find ourselves in position there to get those other boards.
Yeah, we've done a decent job on the defensive boards.
Yeah, I think they've only gotten 1 or 2 second chance opportunities.
Yeah, we're pretty much one and done on the other side, though.
You got Maurer and Burke in for the Royals.
Yep, and there's a trap right away.
Burke to Zelinga to Maurer. Noah drives. Ooh, got away with the travel. Kicks it over to Maverick for 3.
All right, Burke.
Good way to start there from the second unit.
They're going to really lean on Z here to be the calming influence out here. He's the one lone starter out there.
Lincoln Purdue, no good. Galloway, though, for the rebound. Nobody got a body into him. Kicks it out to the other Purdue.
Yeah, you're going to step on the line.
Yeah, McMahon got it, but.
Oh, wait, we didn't have the ball. He just called it for. No, there we go. Pointed the wrong way.
That was definitely not. McMahon stepped on the line. Shelley, nice flash. Oh, wish he would have pivoted the other way. He had Maurer coming up this sideline.
Yeah, look for the guy replacing you.
Shelley on the wing. Has it just taken away there by Galloway, and Galloway's going to lay it up and in. 2 more. He's got 6.
And there's a couple plays in a row where Galloway's used his strength against Shelley. You want to see him get a little tougher. And there's another turnover on the trap.
Yep. And there's Pardue off the Meek steal. Yeah, and, that's where you just got to – Shelley's just got to be strong with the ball there.
Yep.
So we're going to step aside again. We'll be right back after these words.
Star Connect electric customer, did you know the same great service you trust for your electricity can power your connection to the digital world? That's because high-speed fiber internet is available to your home. Visit 9starconnect.com today.
So back here, second quarter, the JV game. Dragons lead 20-10 over the Eastern Hancock Royals. Your announcers for this evening, I'm Michael Gallion. Scott Knight sitting over here to my right. Cameraman Randy Halcomb running the camera.
He is the best of the Halcombs.
Got the A-team here. Maverick finally gets it into Drew.
And we'll see with that change getting Drew in if that helps a little bit. Got a little more size and strength in there. Oh, I like that
There's
look.
that cut into Noah.
Yep.
Gets the turnaround.
Good job, Mav.
And that's exactly what Coach Paxton was talking about at the quarter break. Got to be patient and hit those cuts. Got to look for them. So often I feel like kids just think, oh, we're cutting just to cut, as Butler drills his second 3 of the game. He's got 8.
I run here, then I set a screen.
And when I'm passing, I don't look to any of those kids. I just let them run around.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
All right. Oh!
Noah's got to keep his head up there.
Yep, I had Drew down low.
It's tough because this intense pressure, Dragons are pressuring wherever you go. A lot of teams will only pressure you inside the arc. Nice drop step, Drew.
Yeah, we only get 2 quarters of Drew, so we're going to enjoy it and take advantage of him while we've got him.
Back to a 9-point game. Purdue spins, has that one blocked.
Yep, and then Z gets the rebound.
Z got 5 rebounds now?
He might. I have him with 4, but I would not pretend that that's official. And again, we're one and done on our shots. Jake gets the 3 from the corner, and nobody's there for it.
We got out of position. Lincoln Purdue missed it. And they've had a lot of good looks. We've been out of position too many times here. Meek with the steal. Maurer, wow. Watch this one. Yep. And we got a technical. I did not see what Maurer did.
Yeah, I think he hit the. I heard a thump. I think.
When did he go hit the pad, where he smacked the pad?
Yeah,
there?
I think in frustration he hit it.
So here's the replay of that. So Meek with the steal. Oh yeah, you can tell that's probably what happened there. So Meek gets the basket, and he'll get a free throw.
Yep. And then we got Landon Frakes checked in, and so did. Oh, was it just Landon? I thought we had. Oh, Schultz came in too. Yeah.
So Meek gets one, and then whoever's going to shoot the technical shots will get the other. Maybe Meek. We don't know.
So almost a knuckleball from Meek. Not a lot of rotation on that.
Lincoln Purdue's going to get the technical shots here. Off to the left on that one. And again, it's hard. You know, we haven't gotten to watch these guys play. This is New Pal's first game of the season, so I can't tell you, hey, he normally is a 100% free throw shooter or anything like that because I don't know.
I will tell you, he looks like a pretty decent player, though. In our limited 1.5
what grade
quarters.
Is he in?
I believe he's a sophomore.
No, he's a freshman.
No, he's a freshman. His brother's the sophomore.
So 13-point Dragon lead. Just under 4 minutes to go here. Layton drives, gets to the rim.
And Poindexter's going to pick up foul there. He didn't think he got him. I'm not sure he did either, but.
Watch it on the replay.
That's kind of tough.
His arm, you could see that right arm come down in a way that it's like, that's going to get called a lot there.
Yep. So Layton Pardue with a chance at the three-point play. And it will not go. And Parker Robertson gets a rebound.
Parker flips it to Drew, and Drew walked with it. Yeah.
Just a little too quick.
Moving a little too fast there, Drew. Pardue, no. Offensive rebound, McMahon. And then McMahon travels with it.
I think he just shuffled his feet a little bit. We're not playing with a lot of energy right now.
No, we're not. And it's back to the starters except for Frakes is in for Zalinga. Parker finds Cash in the wing. Cash is three. Too strong. Tipped around. Frakes. Are they going to? Oh,
yeah, I think Landon just disrupted that.
Goes off Cale Butler.
Yep.
So again, 15-point Dragon lead. Parker off the mark. Pardue with the rebound.
He has had three that have hit that back part of the rim. He is so close.
Butler drives. Nice job by Schultz to cut him off. Kicks over to Purdue. Off the mark again. Frakes there for the rebound.
Yep. And that was decent defense that time.
Ooh, Parker got away with one. Flips over here to Schultz. Finds Poindexter. Cash drives. Puts it up. Basket and a foul for Cash. Nico McMahon with the foul.
Devin Galloway getting set to check back in.
And it feels weird. It feels like we've just been kind of getting dominated, but it's only a 13-point game. I keep looking at it like, we're getting handled. But, I mean, it's got a chance here to make it a 13-point game. Drew takes out Frakes.
And Galloway didn't realize that both guys were fronting him.
No. Pardue misses. Good rebound outlet by Drew. Morris hands off to Parker Robertson. Gavin Schultz.
Yep, they said it got tapped off.
They said off-white, and then he pointed. He said off-white. I heard him say off-white. So that's going to be our 10th turnover. 5 each quarter.
And I think Gavin thought he knew it got poked away, but it did look like it kind of went off his chest.
Yeah. But again, it's like we're right in this game, and part of that is New Pal has not shot the ball well from deep. I mean, they've got a couple threes from Butler, but Pardue's Lincoln is 1 of 7, I think, right now.
Yeah.
And you could tell. I mean, you could tell he's a shooter.
Yeah.
They keep running sets to him, and nice player for a freshman, especially.
Yeah, we've got to get a few stops and get some sort of rhythm going on offense where if we're missing, we're at least picking something up afterward.
We got 41 people watching from around the globe right now.
Awesome.
Not bad numbers for the first half of a JV game. Quick rundown. Royals have Schultz, Poindexter, Zalinga, Robertson, and Morris in the game. Stevens, Galloway, the Purdue's, and Butler for the Dragons. Zalinga with the steal. Schultz and Galloway, it's kind of a mismatch there. Get it to him. Pass was a little wide. I love how Drew's like, I'm going to back you down from the three-point line.
Yeah, a little baby hook for a bucket.
11-point deficit now. Stevens again, too strong. Zalinga with another rebound.
Hey, we'll let him shoot as long as he keeps missing. All right, Schultz.
Schultz for three.
They had no legs in it.
Well, Cash with the foul. And I just looked down. Coach Paxton, the look on his face, he just shook his head no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that was a great move.
Yep, Galloway. We went to go hedge. He spun back and gets his 8th point of the game. 31-18 Dragons.
That was the right idea. Just didn't quite hook up on that pass. The Royals will inbound it under the basket. Brendan Noah comes in. Poindexter's going to have a seat. He's got 2 fouls. We don't want to pick up a third one here.
No.
Right at the end of the half.
He and Maurer have 2, and McMahon, I believe, the only one with 2 for the Dragons. Parker for 3. Got it.
Good.
Ten-point game. Purdue flips over to Butler, back to Purdue, 3 on the way, sinks it, man.
Yeah, and Gavin
missing. Gavin was right there, pushed him out towards the volleyball line, and he picks right then to knock it down. Matches Parker's 3, so 34-21. Here's your halftime score. Let's see if we can't make some adjustments here, like start hitting our shots in the second half and see if we can whittle this thing down to a one-score game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
So we're going to step aside here. We'll be right back after these words from the IHSAA.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King, joined by the Commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Paul, congrats to you and your team on wrapping up another great IHSAA football state finals. And I guess this is officially the transition, right? As we get into December, football wraps up, basketball officially in full motion. How'd everything go last weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium?
Well, first of all, it's a phenomenal weekend. We had great attendance, and the games I thought they weren't decided. Sometimes you get there and based upon records and other things, people are saying this team's going to win, this team's going to win. These games were highly competitive, even though the score may not have ended up there at the end. But we had a 14-14 game at halftime in the 1A game, and and these kids really were prepared well. They played well, and their coaches did a great job with them, and so it was a great fan tournament.
What can you say about the partnership with the Colts? And, of course, the Colts then played the Texans on Sunday, and that's so special in our state that literally, professional football players are using this turf the day after, 2 days after high school players get to. The partnership with the Colts, another year down, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Colts are phenomenal. They do such a great job, and they grow football in Indiana. Like the Pacers Sports Entertainment helped us grow basketball, and they grow football, and they do a great job. And it's across the board. The work that they've done with not only the high school scene and honoring coaches and teams is great, but the work they've done to develop girls flag football in the state is phenomenal also. And so that only grows football across the board. And then again, the Colts are just phenomenal people that understand high school sports.
So a big shout out to all the Mental Attitude Award winners. 1A was Micah Rands, 3A was Brady Trebley, 5A was Abe Walling. Then the 2A game on Saturday morning, it was Micah Sheffer, Colin Ash from Roncalli in Class 4A. I thought it was super special, though, Paul, in Class 6A to wrap up the weekend. Cash Ballard from Westfield, who is one of the sons of Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard. I know Chris every year records a video for you guys as the teams are taking the field. So that's a special moment for every kid and parent when they're watching their son, their child, play at Lucas Oil Stadium. But how about to get Chris involved and have his son Cash win the Mental Attitude Award? Of course, that speaks to what he does at Westfield. But just for you guys at the IHSAA to have that photo taken, Chris Ballard on the field with his family in the 6A game, how cool was that?
Well, it was real cool. And anytime a student athlete wins the Mental Attitude Award, it's something they put on their resume for the rest of their life. But, I saw Cash come through and I saw his application. And first of all, a great football player. His command of the game and as the center on the offensive line there was great. But, he handled himself with such class all the way through. His interview post award was phenomenal also. And then, and that's for all families. It's just another opportunity to be proud of this child that they've raised. And, it was obvious that Cash has got a phenomenal upbringing and great parents. And that showed Saturday. And that's the reason why he was the Mental Attitude Award winner.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. So, Paul, full swing, girls basketball and boys basketball. I know last weekend, with the snow coming into town, it was greeted by a lot of postponements, I think 48 total basketball postponements on Friday night. So what's the process for you guys of helping get all those rescheduled on schools' dockets? And, again, 48 postponements, that's a big number.
Well, our schools do a phenomenal job. It's something that our athletic directors, I think, across the board are some of the best in the country, and they do a great job of managing those types of situations. And it's not just one phone call and say, we're going to play this game on this date. You have to work out the date, then you got to make sure you can hire officials. You got to let your fans know. You got to reschedule transportation. There's just a whole host of things that go with those reschedules, and our schools and our athletic directors do just a phenomenal job with that. And certainly it's not something that we want to do, but we're certainly prepared when it's time to make a reschedule.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul, always a pleasure. Great job last weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We'll talk to you soon, Brendan, and thank you for what you do to promote education-based athletics in this great state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some, and when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Commissioner, we were just talking off air about how much is going on across IHSAA athletics action, especially in the next week or so. We're going to have the boys and girls soccer state finals coming up this weekend from Carroll Stadium at IU Indy, girls volleyball semi-state, boys football sectional semifinals, and then add one more layer into the coin. Girls basketball is about to get rolling next week. One of the busiest times of year, no?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's busy, but in really in a good way. Yeah, this is the culmination of summer of hard work, which leads into the fall, and things have gone well. But here we are. We've started celebrating state championships a couple weeks ago with golf and tennis and unified flag football, and we're going to hand out some more hardware coming up the next couple weeks. It comes fast.
Absolutely, boys and girls soccer state finals Halloween night. It'll be boys Class A and 2A, and then Saturday, November 1st, everybody else takes stage. From Carroll Stadium, Commissioner, what do you love most about the state finals being there at IU Indy?
First of all, if you go back to that origin of that stadium, and it was built for the Pan American Games years ago, it's just hosted so many iconic events from track and field to certainly IU Indy's events, and we've been there for our state championships for the last several years. And again, it's right downtown in our beautiful city, and it gives an opportunity for fans to come to town to enjoy the city, but really watch soccer in what I would call an incredible high school facility, like all the places that we play. They're just incredible facilities that showcase our sports well.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig. Sectional semifinal Friday for IHSAA football being on Halloween night. You know, I'm from Illinois, but even in the Illinois playoff setting, it was always special whenever you could get playoff or tournament football on Halloween, because in these communities, no matter where, the kids are going to go trick-or-treating, and then a high likelihood that all those minivans and cars going around from trick-or-treating are going to wind up at a local high school football game. How special is that?
Oh, it is. It's really cool. And, I know some schools are actually gonna have trunk or treat.
All righty, folks, we're back here getting ready to start the second half. New Pal Dragons lead the Eastern Hancock Royals 34-21. And Scott, you and I were talking at the break. The three-point shooting has been as cold as the weather outside right now. 13 degrees outside, and the Royals, 3 of 11 from deep, shooting 27%. The Dragons, 4 of 18, only 22% from deep. So two teams are combined 7 for 29 at this point.
And the percentages are great. Like, shoot three-pointers, right? That's but you have to make them.
Yeah.
What's been nice for the Dragons is the offensive rebound, second chance points, and then I'm not sure how many points they've got off turnovers, but I think the last time I heard you say we had 10 turnovers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we finished with we had 1 offensive rebound. They had 4, and I believe they scored on 3 of those 4.
Yeah,
so
that sounds right.
That was a big difference there. And then Dragons with 4 turnovers, Royals with 11.
Well, see if we can clean it up a little bit. And it does not look like Butler and Stevens are in right now.
They're not. I see them over there on the bench.
Yeah, they may be quarter check. We'll see.
Hard telling. So New Pal has Rush, Carson Rush, number 13. They've got the Purdue's and McMahon. And somebody else, I can't see his jersey because he's not turning my. Oh, that's Galloway.
Yeah, Royals got starters, but Noah in for Morris, which is what we saw last Wednesday.
Drive there, deflection out of bounds.
We're going to try to keep Drew to just 2 quarters, so he's got some to play in the varsity game if we need him.
Yep. So there's Pardue over to the other one. McMahon in the corner with it. Puts his head down, gets around the corner. Flips over to Rush. Rush takes it in, can't get it to fall, and Brennan Noah there for the board.
And Brennan did a really good job. They were trying to screen him off, and he went behind one of the screens and ended up even beating the guy to the basket.
Steal there for Galloway, and he gets it to go.
Yep, no turnover.
Galloway, the first player in double figures in this game.
We have got to take care of the ball better.
Like that.
Yeah.
Another lazy pass. Galloway again gets the roll.
And by the way, Galloway is the tallest guy on the floor for them.
That's just 2 passes in a row that, okay, that pass gets through against, 75% of JV kids, but not on that one.
Right.
That was actually really good defense getting back there for the Dragons because they were playing 4-on-5 for a while. Another steal.
Yeah, and I like what we were trying to do. Luke had the guy fronting him, but we just couldn't make the entry pass.
Purdue can't get the fall. Poindexter with the rebound. Nice back cut. Parker Robertson with the lay-in.
Yep, that was really good from Cash.
So, still again, bad start, but we've only given up 4 points over where we were at the half.
Yep. That one was Pardue. They just wear us down. Come on, boys, move.
I do feel like our effort and movement is much better this half than it was in the first half. We just looked a little blasé. Nice.
I like
Z
that.
gets Galloway in the air, and Z's going to go to the free throw line.
Yep, tried a little up and under to get Galloway off his feet, and it worked.
Watch this replay here. This was Galloway a minute ago on the fast break. Z contests it and just gets it to roll in.
That is awesome.
I just had to show that angle.
Yeah. Hey, we got the camera there. We don't get a ton of good shots, but that was awesome.
They're not going to give Z the shots there. I thought he was shooting, but
I think that's fair because I actually think he traveled.
Oh.
Or maybe he got bumped into the travel. Gavin gets chased out, and then we turned over
tied
again.
up, another turnover. Lincoln Pardue, 2 more. 15th Royal turnover here, and it's now ballooned to a 19-point deficit. Schultz gets by. We're going to get Meek with the body. I like that little hesitation move there from Gavin.
I do too, but I didn't like that pass because he put it right into the middle where there was several Dragons.
Because if he doesn't get fouled there, then that's probably a turnover.
Yep. I think we got bailed out.
So 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
See if we can get a basket.
Nice pass.
Yep. There we
He's
go.
going to get fouled.
That should be a shooting foul. And Parker did a nice job looking for him. Was he able to take advantage of his height?
Luke hits the first.
Maverick Burke's going to check in for Parker.
Cade Stevens coming in, so.
Yeah, well, they're not keeping him out quarters-wise.
No. Z hits number 2. 4 points for Zalinga. Stevens drives and he gets grabbed.
Be Cash, I think. I mean, it should be Cash.
I thought Cash probably grabbed him. I thought Z may have been in. He signaled it on number 20.
Yeah.
I assume that's 21.
Yeah. And Cash grabbed his arm. Or at least got his arm on the way up.
So Stevens at the line. He's 2 for 2 so far. Sinks that one. Knocks them both in.
Go, Gavin. We got 3 on 2.
Finds Noah in the corner. Kind of rushed that.
Yeah, he felt the defense coming.
Feel like he caught it and kind of shot it from the hip.
Yep. Good
Stevens,
defense.
no, but Rush right there for the putback. Zalinga over to Noah. Nice. Burke hits the cutting Z. Nice step through Zalinga, and he's going to get bailed out with the, not bailed out. He's going to earn that with the foul on Leighton Purdue.
Ooh, they're going to give him a shot on that one. Pair of Royals set to check in after this first shot.
Frakes and Maurer coming in for the Royals. Z's got one more coming. Leaves that one short, but Maverick Burke right there for the rebound. Z's fadeaway gets blocked. I don't know how you block Luke Zalinka on a fadeaway.
I think he double clutched it.
Okay.
I think he kind of pulled back and reset. There's a three
from Leighton Purdue. Because I don't know how you could reach in there to block that.
Yeah, it's so long fading away, it shouldn't be able to, but.
I like how we're running stuff through him right now.
Yeah. I mean, the one advantage we have is his size. There we go. Good slip screen.
Can't get it, but Z there for the putback. And it gets tapped out, 2-on-1.
All right, Cash.
Nice job by Cash, deflecting that out.
And that was kind of lazy pass from the New Pal player. Let's see who it was.
Nice. Royals going the other way. Poindexter drills the 3. It's 5th point of the game. But nobody gets back very well on D.
Oh, the ball hits the ground. We almost didn't come up with that. Landon finally grabbed it.
Ball gets knocked away. Poindexter with the good hustle to keep that away from Meek. But then Frakes just has it taken away. And then Lincoln Pardue goes up for 2 more. He's got 17. 22-point lead now for the Dragons. Cash is going to get fouled by Cade Stevens.
And really the failure of New Pal to move their feet on defense is at least giving us a fighting chance.
Yep. That's going to be bonus, so that's going to put Cash at the line where he's going to shoot 2 free throws here. Left that one short.
Shelley and Robertson check in for the Royals. Galloway and Nico
McMahon.
McMahon come back in.
37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Too strong on that one. Galloway there for the board. Galloway finds Stevens. Stevens drives left hand. Can't get it to go. Tipped out by the Dragons. It'll be Royal ball. And Stevens can get to the rim, but he's missed a couple there where he just gets a little out of control.
Noah checks back in for Poindexter. Yeah, it feels a little bit, Stevens kind of playing like the Centerville Bulldogs we saw last week, where he's like, I'm kind of stronger than you guys. I'm just going to go to the basket. But he's not finishing them off very much. Oh.
Maurer pass is deflected out to Parker. 12 on the clock here. Shelley hands off. Parker gets a look. And that's tough. He just has no time. McMahon from the volleyball line. Can't get it to fall. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. The score, New Pal 51, Eastern Hancock 29. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
All right, we're back here. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. I promise you it's the fourth quarter. We're waiting on the, here in the gym, they haven't updated it. It still says third, so. As soon as they update it, it'll update, but it still hasn't happened yet. 51-29. 7 minutes to go here in the final frame of the JV game.
It'll be Royals ball. Maurer in there right now. Maurer, Robertson, Shelley, Noah, and Burke for the Royals.
Parker with a heck of a save there to Noah. Maurer drives.
I like that
get
take.
Over the rim.
No, he couldn't get an actual shot off. He kind of shot putted it up there. Go up strong, get the foul.
Meek, good D there by Parker, keeping Meek in front. McMahon drives, kicks to Purdue. Now they've started knocking down some shots there. It's his 9th point of the half. 20 for the game for Lincoln Purdue.
Another turnover for the Royals. And that was a nice fast break.
Yep.
I think that was Rush with the basket there. Interesting.
And we've ended the game early.
I think we got an inadvertent stoppage trying to get the scoreboard cut up.
I'm sitting here thinking something was wrong with the scoreboard on our end, but it was in the gym. They haven't updated the score.
So it should be 56 for New Pal. We are in the fourth quarter. I don't know how they're going to figure out how much time should be on the clock, but
well,
like the clock is like the scoreboard stuff is not working. Now we got fourth period. Now we got that corrected. Looks like it's going to be 6:22 on the clock, and we got the score updated. So we are good. And I will say, if any of you out there have ever had to run the scoreboard, it can be a frantic thing at times. One wrong button, you can set it off. So Royals inbound after that. Burke in the corner, out to Mauer. He's going to reset the offense.
I was about to tell him what the clock was at, but they just added 20 seconds to the game. But
another steal.
Purdue with 2 more.
I don't know how many Purdue has off of turnovers.
A lot. Parker, quick 3, leaves it short. Mauer with the rebound, but he gets pushed in the back going up with it. It's a weak whistle from that official. He couldn't hear it.
Yeah, that was Will Meek, the foul. And Leighton Pardue getting set to check in.
Jake Mauer with his opportunity for his first points of the season. Or game, I'm not sure about the season. Knocks that one in.
Rush is checking out.
Mauer can't get the roll on that. Galloway, the strong rebound. Pardue again. Can't find the range.
At that time, Shelley got a really good position and held his ground.
And that's tough. Even if you're Galloway, that's kind of tough because Caleb wasn't trying to get the rebound at all.
No.
So I can see Galloway. It was a little tough, but credit Caleb Shelley with just blocking him out, clear out to the three-point arc.
Yep, did a good job of holding his ground.
.5:25 to play here. Maybe I should just keep saying the time in case the scoreboard goes out again. Shelley for 3. Nope.
I like that entry pass from Robertson to Mauer, though.
Look at that pass. Oh, wow. Officials couldn't get down there in time. Galloway.
That was a very athletic move from Galloway.
Really athletic save. .5:12 to go here in the fourth quarter of the JV game. Purdue again, sinks another one.
Just a freshman.
Yeah. I think you're going to be saying his name for a couple of years.
Yeah, probably.
Nearly another steal. Noah kicks it out. Maverick Burks 3. A little wide. McMahon splits the defenders. Meek takes it all the way in, kicks to McMahon. His 3 off. Lincoln's putback is off.
We're just not putting a body.
No.
We're just standing with our hands up. And we're going to have 4 new guys. Robertson's going to come out. Shelley's out, Burke's out, and Mauer's out. So we send Frakes, Schultz, Poindexter, and Noah back in with Zelinga.
.31 lead for the Dragons, so 4 points away from that running clock. We'll see if they can keep that from happening here. Z just nowhere to go with that, ends up having to throw it to Purdue. Layton with the spin move, kind of an out-of-control spin move, and Cash just stood there. Cash just said, I'm not going to try to block it. I'm not going to do anything silly.
Yep.
I'm just going to stay here, and forces him to a bad shot. Cash drives, kicks over here to Noah.
I think we got away with a travel there.
Gavin over to Cash. His 3 off the mark. Galloway with another rebound. Long possession there for the Royals.
Yep. Glad we were able to hang on to the ball for a little bit, though. We got a decent shot.
Yep. McMahon dribbles around, hits Leighton Pardue. Leighton's going to hand off to Lincoln. He'll get another 3. That one's going to hit the wire, but they didn't see it, so Lincoln grabs another rebound.
I think they only call it when we hit it.
Nice take by Gavin Schultz, and he's fouled going up with it.
That might be Meek's 4th.
Yep, that's going to be on Meek. Oh, the coaches sent all of the other guys to go get ready for the varsity game. So if Meek fouls out, then they don't have anybody else left.
We're going to get a my team is on the floor moment.
Yeah.
Right now he's telling Meek, do not play defense. Come on, Schultz. Yeah, it just looks like he doesn't have his legs in his shot tonight.
And Cash got the rebound, but then McMahon was just on it. As soon as he grabbed that rebound, McMahon was like, this is mine. Leighton Pardue with the step back 3, leaves it short. I like Z's hustle.
Yep.
Zelinga's hustles led to a lot of deflections, a lot of bounces that have gone our way on things that could have been bad. Step through and drills Kinsey Cook right in the stomach with that pass.
Yeah, she's used to throwing the passes, not receiving them. So. A little over 2 minutes to go.
Pardue drives, flips back to McMahon. McMahon buries the 3.
Yeah, it's his first points for tonight.
Yes, it is. And I feel like these halves have been similar, with the biggest exception has been that the Dragons have been knocking down their 3s this half, where they couldn't. And talked about it like they were just shooting. You know you could hit them. No coach is telling his guys to keep shooting if he's missing that, if they can't shoot. And they've started knocking them down and have just blown this thing from a 13-point lead to a 34-point lead.
Right.
Schultz. Come on, guys, move. Gets it into Frakes. Back out to Burke. Over to Maurer in the corner. Oh, one caught Shelley right in the face.
Yep. I don't think he was expecting the ball not to catch anything.
Pardue's off, but McMahon for the offensive board. Back out to Leighton Pardue, who hits the 3.
Why let his brother have all the fun?
Yeah. 37-point lead now for the Dragons. Maverick Burke off to the left. Maurer can't get the go. Burke blocked by Galloway, and that should do it here. Pardue's going to bring it across the half-court line, and I think that's probably all she wrote.
Yeah, we're going to play defense, make him do some stuff because there's a minute left, but
So Eastern Hancock JV is going to fall to 1-1 on the season. They got another game tomorrow night against Westdale, their first game in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Before they're back in action next week. We got a double weekend next week. Both of them at home will be hosting the Northeastern Knights and the Daleville Broncos. New Pal is going to start their season 1-0 at the JV level. And I tell you, they look like a team that can play with anybody if they're knocking down shots like they were there in the second half. That's a good team.
For sure. They did a nice job.
You got final stats for us for the Royals?
I got points. I'm not super accurate on the rebounds, although I had Zalinga with 6. He may have had a couple more than that. Drew Morris, let me start this. Robertson had 8. Drew Morris had 6. Zalinga 5. Poindexter 5. Burke hit a 3. Brennan Noah with 2. And Jake Maurer with 1 for the Royals.
I've got for the Dragons, they were led by Lincoln Pardue with 25. Evan Galloway with 12. Leighton Pardue and Cale Butler had 8 apiece. Cade Stevens and Carson Rush had 4 each. And then Nico McMahon and Will Meek, each of them had 3. So with that, we're going to step aside here. We're going to have a 20-minute break here between the games. We'll be back with the pregame show here with about 8 minutes to go before tip-off of the varsity game. We'll see you guys then.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King, joined by the Commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Paul, congrats to you and your team on wrapping up another great IHSAA football state finals. And I guess this is officially the transition, right? As we get into December, football wraps up, basketball officially in full motion. How'd everything go last weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium?
Well, first of all, it's a phenomenal weekend. We had great attendance, and the games I thought they weren't decided. Sometimes you get there and based upon records and other things, people are saying this team's going to win, this team's going to win. These games were highly competitive, even though the score may not have ended up there at the end. But we had a 14-14 game at halftime in the 1A game, and and these kids really were prepared well. They played well, and their coaches did a great job with them, and so it was a great fan tournament.
What can you say about the partnership with the Colts? And, of course, the Colts then played the Texans on Sunday, and that's so special in our state that literally, professional football players are using this turf the day after, 2 days after high school players get to. The partnership with the Colts another year down, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Colts are phenomenal. They do such a great job, and they grow football in Indiana. Like the Pacers Sports Entertainment helped us grow basketball, and they grow football, and they do a great job. And it's across the board. The work that they've done with not only the high school scene and honoring coaches and teams is great, but the work they've done to develop girls flag football in the state is phenomenal also. And so that only grows football across the board. And then again, the Colts are just phenomenal people that understand high school sports.
So a big shout out to all the Mental Attitude Award winners. 1A was Micah Rands, 3A was Brady Trebley, 5A was Abe Walling. Then the 2A game on Saturday morning, it was Micah Sheffer, Colin Ash from Roncalli in Class 4A. I thought it was super special, though, Paul, in Class 6A to wrap up the weekend. Cash Ballard from Westfield, who is one of the sons of Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard. I know Chris every year records a video for you guys as the teams are taking the field. So that's a special moment for every kid and parent when they're watching their son, their child, play at Lucas Oil Stadium. But how about to get Chris involved and have his son Cash win the Mental Attitude Award? Of course, that speaks to what he does at Westfield. But just for you guys at the IHSA to have that photo taken, Chris Ballard on the field with his family in the 6A game, how cool was that?
Well, it was real cool. And anytime a student athlete wins the Mental Attitude Award, it's something they put on their resume for the rest of their life. But, I saw Cash come through and I saw his application. And first of all, a great football player. His command of the game and as the center on the offensive line there was great. But, he handled himself with such class all the way through. His interview post award was phenomenal also. And then, and that's for all families. It's just another opportunity to be proud of this child that they've raised. And, it was obvious that Cash has got a phenomenal upbringing and great parents, and that showed Saturday, and that's the reason why he was the Mental Attitude Award winner.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. So, Paul, full swing, girls basketball and boys basketball. I know last weekend, with the snow coming into town, it was greeted by a lot of postponements, I think 48 total basketball postponements on Friday night. So what's the process for you guys of helping get all those rescheduled on schools' dockets? And, again, 48 postponements, that's a big number.
Well, our schools do a phenomenal job. It's something that our athletic directors, I think, across the board are some of the best in the country, and they do a great job of managing those types of situations. And it's not just one phone call and say, we're going to play this game on this date. You have to work out the date, then you got to make sure you can hire officials, you got to let your fans know, you got to reschedule transportation. There's just a whole host of things that go with those reschedules, and our schools and our athletic directors do just a phenomenal job with that. And certainly it's not something that we want to do, but we're certainly prepared when it's time to make a reschedule.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul, always a pleasure. Great job last weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We'll talk to you soon, Brendan, and thank you for what you do to promote education-based athletics in this great state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Commissioner, we were just talking off air about how much is going on across IHSAA athletics action, especially in the next week or so. We're going to have the boys and girls soccer state finals coming up this weekend from Carroll Stadium at IU Indy, girls volleyball semi-state, boys football sectional semifinals, and then add one more layer into the coin. Girls basketball is about to get rolling next week. One of the busiest times of year, no?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's busy, but in really in a good way. Yeah, this is the culmination of summer of hard work, which leads into the fall, and things have gone well. But here we are. We've started celebrating state championships a couple weeks ago with golf and tennis and unified flag football, and we're going to hand out some more hardware coming up the next couple weeks. It comes fast.
Absolutely, boys and girls soccer state finals Halloween night. It'll be boys Class A and 2A, and then Saturday, November 1st, everybody else takes stage. From Carroll Stadium, Commissioner, what do you love most about the state finals being there at IU Indy?
First of all, if you go back to that origin of that stadium, and it was built for the Pan American Games years ago, it's just hosted so many iconic events from track and field to certainly IU Indy's events, and we've been there for our state championships for the last several years. And again, it's right downtown in our beautiful city, and it gives an opportunity for fans to come to town to enjoy the city, but really watch soccer in what I would call an incredible high school facility, like all the places that we play. They're just incredible facilities that showcase our sports well.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig. sectional semifinal Friday for IHSAA football being on Halloween night. I'm from Illinois, but even in the Illinois playoff setting, it was always special whenever you could get playoff or tournament football on Halloween, because in these communities, no matter where, the kids are going to go trick-or-treating, and then a high likelihood that all those minivans and cars going around from trick-or-treating are going to wind up at a local high school football game. How special is that?
Oh, it is. It's really cool. And, I know some schools are actually gonna have trunk or treat, like some schools do, as they come to their games on Friday night, and make sure that the Halloween experience is still there for the youth of those communities. And so it's really kind of exciting. It doesn't happen very often, but it'll certainly be an evening to remember, as they say.
Looking forward to it. Paul Neidig, our guest, the commissioner of the IHSAA on the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, what can you say about the upcoming basketball season? Because, again, girls' games start literally next week.
Yeah, they've been, again, I think it's going to be an exciting year. And it's always, every team is undefeated, and they've worked hard throughout the summer. They've played a lot of games. They've continued with their opportunity to grow in their game throughout this fall. And now they're going to see where they're at. And, that hope of getting to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Pacers and the Fever, is certainly something that's at the top of every conversation that these teams have as they kick these seasons off. And they've set those goals, and they're going to see if those goals can become their reality come the first of the year.
Paul, we talked a little bit about this last week in that girls volleyball state finals. It's going to be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, but first semi-state coming up this weekend. Gainbridge Fieldhouse set to host the girls volleyball state finals on November 8th. Can you talk about that process and getting that over to Gainbridge, joining multiple other sports as you have talked about?
First of all, it's such an iconic facility. It's the greatest field house in the country, and certainly it's built for basketball. But as we saw with the IU Purdue women's match there a couple weeks ago, it certainly transitioned to a volleyball facility really well. And through conversations, we decided that it was the right thing to do to move it there, even though we left Worthing Arena, which was an incredible host for many years. We're going to see what it looks like downtown Indianapolis, and they're excited to host it. We're excited to be there, and we hope that everybody comes out and watches a high-level volleyball with some players that are nationally ranked to celebrate state championships.
Paul Neidig, he's the commissioner of the IHSAA. This is the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Brendan.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
With 9-Star Connect high-speed fiber internet, there's no choosing between speed and reliability. You get both. Lightning-fast internet with no data caps and equal upload and download speeds means everyone gets what they need when they need it. Stream, game, work, and connect all at the same time without missing a beat. All backed by our 24/7, 365 expert support team, because your connection should be the last thing you worry about. Switch today. Visit 9starconnect.com.
As more club and travel sports pop up every year, they often muddy the waters on what the purpose of sports should be for student athletes at this age.
But high school sports are different.
It's not about becoming the best athletes, it's about becoming the best people.
It's not about scholarships, it's about coaches mentoring you, camaraderie with your teammates, and the connection you build with your school community. It's not about year-round training. It's about developing resilience, responsibility, and a strong work ethic for life.
It's not about what am I going to get out of this, it's about playing for something bigger than yourself, for your team, your school, and your entire community.
High school sports help us grow in ways that will serve us for the rest of our lives, not just in the game.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support what makes education-based athletics different by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing students as people. This is fulfilling a greater purpose. This is your IHSAA.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
My days of playing basketball for North Posey High School are still some of my favorite memories. Years later, I can still remember the feeling of wearing my Vikings jersey proudly and representing my community. I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and these student athletes know how that feels.
It's an honor to represent my school and wear their name, to have the entire community rooting for my success, to contribute to my school's legacy and all the student athletes who came before me. I'm Josie Campbell, and I'm a proud Brownsburg Bulldog.
Playing high school sports gives me a sense of ownership in my school. I get the chance to have a positive impact on my school's reputation, to help carry out our traditions, and to be the best person.
There we go. Welcome back here as we get ready to get underway here in tonight's varsity matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the New Pal Dragons. This is a county rivalry that goes back all the way to Eastern Hancock's first year in 1964. These two teams have met 69 times, with the Royals winning 26 and the Dragons winning 43. The last 4 have gone to the Dragons from 2021 to 2024. The last time that the Royals won this game was back in 2016. I believe that was Coach Trent Whitaker's first season at the helm of the Dragons. But you know what? The games, although we've lost 4 in a row, have been pretty close. I know 2021 it was a single or a 3-point game. It was a single-digit game the next year. The last 2 have been a little bit bigger Dragon victories. That kind of helps when you got an Indiana All-Star and Julius Gizzy.
Gizzy, man, he's crazy.
A phenomenal coach there in Trent Whitaker. So we're going to look here at the pregame information. I'm Michael Gallion, joined as always by Scott Knight. Tonight's coaches we already talked about. Trent Whitaker in his 11th year at New Pal. He is the Dragons' all-time winningest coach, as he has won 164 games and I believe 5 sectional titles, and he won their first regional title last year as well. Trent is an EH grad, and his mom was our middle school secretary and was basically
awesome.
Ran the school all by herself. She was amazing.
Yep.
Camera operator, Randy Halcomb did the JV game. Looks like Lincoln Schilling is going to be doing the varsity game. Normally I'd give Lincoln a headset. I didn't know he was going to be doing it until late, so Lincoln's going to be doing that. You look at the schedule here, the Royals lost their first game by 7 to the Centerville Bulldogs last week on that day before Thanksgiving, but looking to get back on the winning track here. Dragons, on the other hand, have not played yet. Played for a state championship game last Friday, won 5A football state championship. So this is their first game of the season. So new look team. They only return 2 guys that played a huge chunk of minutes from last year. And so we don't know what to look for because we haven't watched them play. And I think talking to the coaches a little bit, I don't think they know what to look for either. I was asking our coach, Brett Bechtel, who are some guys I should watch for the Dragons? And 2 of the guys he mentioned that he thought were potential starters played in the JV game. So
that's crazy.
So we don't know. We don't know a lot about them. The 2 conferences here, the Royals have yet to play a conference game. Only 2 conference games have been played in the Mid-Eastern. Hoosier Heritage, nobody's played any games, but Pendleton Heights looking sporty so far this year at 3-0. Mount Vernon, we know, is going to be a really good team this year, 2-0. So Hoosier Heritage, always a tough conference. And if we look at these 2 team sectionals, New Pal dropped back down to 3A last year. They playing a sectional there. You see Shelbyville, they got a good team this year. Greenwood, Beech Grove, Roncalli, Indian Creek, and Rushville. The Royals will be hosting their sectional this year. And if you look on the screen, everybody with a loss. So last year, this was one of the toughest sectionals in 2A. Everybody was dead even. Right now, everybody with that loss so far. So we'll see how that shakes out. But you also look, we're the only one that's played another 2A school. So some of those were against bigger schools, some of those were against smaller schools. Our players to watch here tonight. Zach Stevens for the Royals. Zach came in off the bench and knocked down 2 critical threes in the third quarter, and that really got us back in the game against Centerville last Wednesday. Look for Zach if he can get going in the first half. If we can get that momentum early instead of falling into a 9-point hole like we did against the Bulldogs, that could be huge. And then Evan Dara for the Dragons. The seniors, their leading returning scorer. He averaged 5 points a game and shot 36% from beyond the arc. So look for Dara there, number 14, to make a big impact here tonight. They've got a couple other guys that come back with some experience. Sophomore Will Davison averaged 3 points a game, and then Sam Hershey averaged nearly a point a game last year.
Those are 2 big kids, too. Davison at 6'5", Hershey at 6'4".
And then keys to the game for the Royals, push the tempo. When things slowed down last week, we were not very good. But when we kept the tempo up, when we kept our foot on the gas, we looked like a really, really good team. So keep that tempo up and don't give the 6'4 and the 6'5 guys second chance opportunities. So keep them off the glass. For the Dragons, it's learning on the fly. You know, you got a really a new team, only 2 guys that played significant minutes last year. You got to learn as you go, and then they've got to win in the paint. That's what the Bulldogs did. They kind of bullied us in the paint last week. If the Dragons want to win, they're going to have to try to do the same thing here this evening. We're going to have the national anthem played by the Eastern Hancock Band, and then we'll be right back with starting lineups. Great job. Nice to have the band here
I was
tonight.
thinking the same thing.
We missed them last Wednesday. It's always good to have the band. It makes that environment so much better.
Do we want to plug in?
Nope, we're good. It's not been working right.
All right.
So starters here for the New Pal Dragons. Number 5, sophomore Will Davison. Number 11, the senior Liam Atkinson. Another senior, number 14, Evan Dara. Number 15, Evan Studi, the senior, and then the big guy, number 44, sophomore Sam Hershey. And I apologize. I always say Dara. I believe it's actually Dara. But I've always said Dara, so I apologize for the New Pal people that are listening. The Royals, the starting lineup. Senior guard, number 5, Caden Powers. Another senior guard, number 11, Caleb Rutherford. Running the point, the third senior guard, number 15, Landon Loring. At the forward position, the fourth starting senior, number 25, Eli Manship. And then the big guy in the middle, sophomore, number 35, Luke Manship.
Luke had an awesome game last week.
I think he had, 16 points, 14 rebounds last week.
Yeah, something crazy.
I can tell you exactly. 16 points, 14 boards, 3 assists. So a huge game last week for Luke Manship.
That's going to be a big matchup with him and Hershey. Hershey is a big kid.
Yes, he is. Both of them only sophomores, too.
Yep.
So Luke and Hershey, I don't know what we're waiting on. Now we got it. Let's rock and roll. Luke tips it. Eli Manship corrals, and it's Royal ball here to start.
Now, one of the things I'm looking for tonight is to see if Landon Loring can get going. Landon's a pretty good scorer, but was not hitting it last week.
And only 5 points as Caden Powers gets going.
And I missed who got that pass already. Was that Luke?
I missed it as well.
No, we'll have an uncredited assist.
So Royal start out. Quick basket from Powers. He had 18 last week against the Centerville Bulldogs. Flip it around here to Atkinson. Finds Dara on the curl. Dara backs it out over there to Davison. Back to Atkinson, back to Dara.
Oh, I like the effort.
Fouled by Loring.
Hey, you live with aggressive fouls, right?
Yep. Atkinson, they're trying to get Davison there in the corner, but Royals had that one well scouted. They were all over it. Dara flips to Studi over here to Davison. His three over the outstretched arms. But Hershey with the offensive rebound. His putback too strong. And then he gets it again.
Yeah, we didn't get anybody on him that second time. First one he had to fight with Eli.
Luke has a little bit of a lane.
I like it.
Tied up by Studi.
I like it. I like that aggression.
So Luke Manship at the line to shoot two. First one's perfect. Gives the Royals the lead again. Leaves that one short, and Hershey there with his third rebound already. Three to two, Royals lead. Davison over here to Dara. Drives, kicks over to Atkinson. Three on the corner. Three is good for Liam Atkinson.
And we are not seeing the pressure that the JV team did. I'm all right with that.
What do you think that's because you've only been coaching your team for a week, basically?
That might be.
Nice drive by Luke. Kicks out to Powers. Up and over the top.
Yeah. Well, that was a good look from Caden.
Yeah, you don't get any more open than that. We'll take those. Davison to Dara. Hands off to Studi. And Loring's got to be a little careful there. Oh, Studi had a wide open layup. Yep. I guess that's better. Atkinson with his second three.
So we're updating the scouting report as we go.
Yeah, we are.
Like, get out on Atkinson.
Dara's going to pick up the foul. Yeah, Atkinson was 3 of 9 last year in the varsity games. Eli hands off to Luke. His three's on the way. Off the mark, rebounded by Dara. Pushes the pace. Wild shot, tipped around. Hershey nearly had it. Then it gets kicked. Rutherford flips it up to Loring.
That was a nice flip from Rutherford.
Good hustle by both teams there. Loring has it tipped away. They're going to say that one went off of Eli, and Eli doesn't even deny it there.
Yeah. I'd like to see Landon go up for that shot.
So Dara brings it across. A little over 3 minutes gone here in the game. Studi's going to hand off to Atkinson. Finds Hershey in the high post.
It's a nice job. That was Powers' defense that caused that. Good job, Caden. He was glued to Davison. Hershey's going to have a seat. Who did we get? Eli Parrott come in. Oh.
And we talked about, I remember saying Eli's name a lot, but I think that might have been in the JV game.
Yeah.
Well, it was obviously in the JV game because he didn't play much varsity last year.
Oh. And this New Pal lineup is not as big as they can be, and we don't have a size advantage a lot, and we need to be able to take advantage of that, I think.
Davison, the only true big, and he's playing outside here, so
yeah,
I'd like to go into manship right now.
He's a little bit like Zelinga, where he's like a stretch four.
Little weave action here. Atkinson to Parrott. Davison trying to get the back cut. Royals doing a really nice job on D. Parrott drives, and he's
they're going to call Powers, and that was kind of just a bump, but
it looked like he signaled a charge. Did you see the ref?
No, I did not. I was looking to see who it was.
No, they gave that to Loring.
Oh, wow.
So that's Landon Loring's second. Parrott now at the line. Shoot two. Now, this is an interesting scenario. So if you're Coach Bechtel, this game is, as much as anything, this game is a pride game.
Yep.
I think you let your senior play with fouls here and make him learn to play through it.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Play through, because he's your point guard. You need him here. You need him in a sectional championship game to be able to play with fouls. I think you let him play through it a bit. Now, it doesn't mean, Lewis should come in here at a normal substitution time, but don't take him out just because he's got fouls.
I agree. And that is going to be Studi, and he's going to get his second.
Nice take here by Powers. Yep, Studi slid over and just kept sliding under him.
Yep, Hershey's coming right back in. Yeah, I agree with you on Landon. You have to learn how to play with fouls at some point. Better in a game that doesn't really have any big consequences that go with it.
Powers sinks them both. He's got 4 of our 5 here early on. Davison into Hershey. Hershey gets surrounded, kicks it back out to Davison. Good look from 3, too strong. Rebound to Atkinson.
Powers got a block, I think, or at least got a piece of it. Luke Manship comes down with a rebound. That's good, tough defense inside by the Royals. Oh, quick hands from Dara.
And Dara goes and lays it in. And there they're going to get Parrott on the floor with the foul.
And you know what? I like that. Job, Landon.
Loring took it right at him.
And that's the Royals will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter.
Yep. Rutherford, quick 3, no.
That was good set to get him an open shot, though. And Caleb hits those about half the time, so you live with that as well.
Parrott to Atkinson. Up top to Dara. Davison at the volleyball line. Back over here to Dara. His 3 is perfect.
Don't leave him uncovered.
He's got 5.
Those 3-pointers are making a huge difference in the game right now.
Yeah, they got 3 of them already. Loring Thought he had a seam there. Gets it over there to Luke. Nice take by Luke. Can't get the tap. Hershey with his 6th board of the game. Atkinson pulls the trigger. Atkinson with his 9th point. We got a Brett Bechtel timeout because the Dragons are breathing fire right now. And we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised.
All right, thank you, IHSAA. 17-5 New Pal lead here. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Royals ball. Liam Atkinson with 9.
It's our second game in a row. We've had a really good crowd from both sides.
Yep. There you go. You got Luke inside. Kicks it out to Loring. I like that set. Loring just off the mark. Luke with the rebound, but then gets stripped away. Man, that was
I'm going to call Luke on that.
Yeah. I really liked our set. I liked the offensive rebound, and then just the active hands. I think that was Parrott that just reached in and swatted it away.
So here comes Stevens and Lewis.
So Loring and Rutherford to take a seat here.
Oh, you mentioned Stevens early on as our player to watch. We'll see if he can get us kind of some of that instant energy.
Parrott finds Atkinson over to Davison. Nice hedge there. I like that switch because Luke Manship is athletic enough to switch on to anybody.
Yep.
Dara stripped away by Powers. Powers takes it up and in.
And by the way, that was Zach Stevens' defense that caused that.
Parrott kicks it over here to Davison. His 3. Leaves it short, gets his own rebound, puts it up. No. Hershey is going to be fouled. Watch this here. Watch the replay, though. Powers with this finish from the rim cam. Through contact.
Hershey is like an old school center.
Yes, he is.
At least that's how he looks. And he may have a long game, I don't know, but so far he has just been banging inside. And he is a big kid.
He's got a lot of strength. He's got that. You could tell that. You can tell he's a football player. He looks like a Kyle Ralph football player.
He actually reminds me a little bit of the kid in Hoosiers that comes up to the Hickory Huskers and says, "I didn't know they grew him so small on the farm." Like big old boy.
There's Stevens had a look. Brennan Trueblood in the game as well. Trueblood spins, kicks it back out to Zach. Got to move here, boys. Finds Stevens, corner 3, off the mark. Hershey with his 8th rebound of the quarter.
Jeez.
Davison can't get it to fall. Trueblood with the rebound. .20 seconds left. Coach Bechtel says, let's hold for the last shot here, boys.
Oh.
Davison with the steal. Davison with the dunk. Man, that one hurt right there.
Yep.
Here's the replay of it. His first points of the game, just a little bit of a late pass to Trueblood. Puts down the two-handed slam. And Davison with his first points, so We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Discover the taste of summer at Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farms Sweet Corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
We just want to say hi and thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight.
Absolutely.
Whether you're an Eastern Hancock fan or a New Pal fan. If you're a New Pal fan, you can actually watch us, mute us, and listen to Jeff Wright over on New Pal Radio if you want.
Yeah, we won't take offense.
Nope, I won't. I will not. They do a fantastic job over there.
So not the way we wanted to end that quarter. We've got to start hitting from outside. Three-point baskets are the difference right now.
There's Cale Butler, and Butler comes right into the game and knocks down a three.
And that's their 5th so far.
Trueblood trying to drive. Active hands there by Parrott, and then Trueblood.
Yeah, just miscommunication with him and Luke Manship. And right now for the Royals, it's Stevens, Trueblood, Powers, Lewis, and Luke Manship. Got double Lukes on the floor.
Yep. Parrott dishes out here to Rush. Saw Rush in the JV game just a little bit. Back over here to Parrott. Flips it over to Max Lewis. Now Butler. Butler drives, finds Davison out at the volleyball line. Davison, kind of a forced two.
Good job, Luke.
Nice body position by Luke Manship. Pulls up, or gets the foul on Rush.
I'm wondering, if Butler and Rush played JV because they're having a freshman game tonight, too, at the same time, and maybe they got some freshmen that dress. And so
I could see that, yeah.
Because Butler looked like he belonged out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, you don't know how many of these guys are football players that you haven't seen. You've only seen them practice 5 times, and it's one of those that you gotta get that figured out. Where do they fit in? Luke Manship, basket and the foul.
Yeah, and Davison picks up the foul. Dara is going to come in for him. And again, we got a little bit of a size advantage with Luke. Trueblood, not super huge, but plays like that. And they're going to call that foul on Rush. Yep, that's absolutely had him hooked.
I didn't see it. I looked down, and
even after the ball went, he had his arms wrapped around Trueblood.
And he didn't need to.
No,
he had position. He was in great position, but Rush just picked up his second. Because he was in good position and just had him hooked. Good call there by the official.
Yep, and credit Trueblood for fighting, because if you just stand there, you don't get that call. That's going to be another one. That'll be Eli Parrott, and that'll be his second. So I don't like that pass. No. That was kind of dangerous, but it works out all right.
And that's one of those, it's almost like both guys going for the ball. I think if he hadn't fallen, like if Zach hadn't stopped, it's probably incidental contact, but Zach stopped and he ended up trucking Zach.
Right.
But now again, we're in the bonus now from here on out, and we're a minute 15 into the quarter. That's something we're going to have to take advantage of.
We cannot make lazy passes.
Although we'll get bailed out on that one. Parrott goes in out of control.
Now that was a nice pass.
Finds Stevens for the long two, in and out. Stevens gets his own rebound, puts it up. No. Luke Manship, 2 more. And they got to get Hershey or Davison back in, or Studi. Because right now we're killing them on the glass.
Yeah, Studi and Hershey both set to check in.
Parrott throws that one away.
So Powers and Eli Manship going to check in for the Royals for Trueblood and Lewis.
Timeout by Coach Whitaker, because they've suddenly gone from all the momentum to 4 fouls here in 2 minutes, and they look like they're confused as well.
Yep, that was a nice opening to the quarter for the Royals after that Butler 3.
And this is, again, talked about, this is their first game. They didn't get a scrimmage. They didn't get a game. The Royals have been together for a month.
Yep.
The Dragons have been together for a week. Again, they played for a state championship football game a week ago, and I know not all these guys are football players, but you bring the ones that are in, and it makes a difference.
Yeah, you don't have that continuity with the team just because they haven't got the reps together this fall, or I guess early winter, however we want to look at that.
And so Coach Whitaker's still probably trying to find what lineup works.
Yep.
What guys play well together, what lineups are good together. So Loring brings it across over here to Eli Manship. Back out to Powers. Catch, shot, no.
That was a good set.
Studi kicks out to Atkinson, who picked up right where he left off in the first half.
4th three-pointer for Atkinson.
Eli Manship will take the 3.
And Eli didn't look comfortable when he let that one go.
No. Dragons really have not been good in transition. Their set offense has been their best stuff so far. Parrott finds Dara, his 3, in and out. That could go either way.
Yep.
They're going to give it on Hershey.
The Royals' way.
Because watch the replay on this. I'm watching it going, I don't know who's going to pick that up. They probably could get a double foul.
Yeah, I agree.
Eli's actually pushing him. It's not.
He was wearing Eli like a mink stole or something draped across his chest.
Like, to me, that was almost a double foul.
Yeah. Unlucky for Hershey, but
lucky for us.
Yep, we're going to get a couple free throws.
Eli Manship's going to go to the line.
At least one free throw.
No, you get 2. No more 1-1.
My bad.
Remember?
That's right.
So 2 free throws. Oh, we had blood. Okay, that's why they're letting him come in before the first free throw. So Eli was perfect against Centerville. He'll get a shot for 2 of them here. First one's good. That's one thing the Manships do really well is shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Gone it. I'm an idiot.
So we're hanging around. Give ourselves a chance. That's what we want to see.
So Parrott to Studi to Hershey. They're going to let Hershey shoot that 3, and Hershey looks like he doesn't want to shoot the 3.
No. I think Hershey knows what his game is.
Parrott lost the handle on it.
Had a chance twice right there.
Yep. Studi over to Davison. Has his pocket picked by Powers, and Powers, blocked, but Loring there for the putback. Great hustle by Landon Loring.
And Powers' defense has been really good so far in this game.
A 13-point lead here for the Dragons. Davison's going to leave that one short. Davidson has done nothing except for that dunk right before the end of the quarter. Powers going to bury the 3. And it feels almost like he's forcing it.
Yeah.
When he's had nothing go in, when they don't force it, they've been at their best. Parrott with the ball, 10-point game now. Inside to Hershey. Hershey's doubled. Kicks it over there to Parrott. His three's on the way, is good.
Nice job by Parrott and good job by Hershey getting out of the double team. That was a really good defense on him, though.
Eli Manship drives, gets cut off by Hershey. Finds Luke, finds Stevens. Back over here to Loring.
I'd like to see if we get to the basket again and get, I mean, at the very least, we're going to end up at the line.
I know. Royals with the 5-0 advantage on fouls. Loring pulls up from 14 and buries it.
Maybe that'll get him going.
Loring's got 4. 11-point Dragon lead. Parrott again, quick 3, no. Eli Manship with the good box out, gets the rebound. Loring can't get it to fall. Hershey with another rebound. Parrott finds Butler. That three's way off. Yep. And Davison's going to pick up a foul with Powers with the huge box out there.
Yep. So Powers will get a couple free throws. Davison gets his second. And he is the 4th Dragon with two fouls so far. We still got 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Powers the line to shoot 2. Hits the first. Hits them both. Powers with 11 here in the first half. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Davison hits Atkinson. We're going to give him the continuation on that. Basket and the foul. Watch this one.
They called that on Luke.
They called it on Luke. Luke Manship's second. Royals only have 4 fouls for the entire game.
I'll tell you what, Liam Atkinson, nice player.
Yeah.
Cade Stevens checks in, another guy we saw during the JV game. So Butler will have a seat.
Atkinson misses the free throw. Powers pushes the other way, finds Stevens.
Oh, that was a nice move, Landon. Keep being aggressive.
Dara can't get it to fall. Eli there for the board. Rutherford corner 3. Nope.
I'd love to see him get going this half too.
.110 to play here. Dragons with an 11-point lead.
We lost Davison, and they were trying to get him open.
First basket of the game outside of that dunk. And yeah, they looked like they were working, trying to get him, and we thought that he was going to be going cutting after that. And
well, nobody came out to him though, and that's what happened. Now he gets a steal, gets the Euro step, won't fall for him though. But Studi's there to put it back. Yeah.
Loring finds Zach Stevens, corner 3, buries it. So we give up the turnover, but then we get back, and that was that transition offense we talked about. Zach Stevens drills the 3. 10 seconds to play here in the half. Powers with another steal. Powers lays it up and in.
That's third steal I've got for him right now.
And that's a big basket, huge momentum swing. Right there, you go from a 13, possibly 15-point deficit to an 11-point deficit at the half. That's way more doable. And like I said, the Royals just feel like they've got the momentum here in this. They won the second quarter. You feel like you got all the momentum here now. So big play there from the Royals. We're going to step aside. We'll come back after these words from the IHSAA.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King, joined by the Commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. Paul, congrats to you and your team on wrapping up another great IHSAA football state finals. And I guess this is officially the transition, right? As we get into December, football wraps up, basketball officially in full motion. How'd everything go last weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium?
Well, first of all, it's a phenomenal weekend. We had great attendance, and the games I thought they weren't decided. Sometimes you get there and based upon records and other things, people are saying this team's going to win, this team's going to win. These games were highly competitive, even though the score may not have ended up there at the end. But we had a 14-14 game at halftime in the 1A game, and and these kids really were prepared well. They played well, and their coaches did a great job with them, and so it was a great fan tournament.
What can you say about the partnership with the Colts? And, of course, the Colts then played the Texans on Sunday, and that's so special in our state that literally, professional football players are using this turf the day after, 2 days after high school players get to. The partnership with the Colts, another year down, right?
Yeah, that's right. The Colts are phenomenal. They do such a great job, and they grow football in Indiana. Like the Pacers Sports Entertainment helped us grow basketball, and they grow football, and they do a great job. And it's across the board. The work that they've done with not only the high school scene and honoring coaches and teams is great, but the work they've done to develop girls flag football in the state is phenomenal also. And so that only grows football across the board. And then again, the Colts are just phenomenal people that understand high school sports.
So a big shout out to all the Mental Attitude Award winners. 1A was Micah Rands, 3A was Brady Trebley, 5A was Abe Walling. Then the 2A game on Saturday morning, it was Micah Sheffer, Colin Ash from Roncalli in Class 4A. I thought it was super special, though, Paul, in Class 6A to wrap up the weekend. Cash Ballard from Westfield, who is one of the sons of Indianapolis Colts general manager Chris Ballard. I know Chris every year records a video for you guys as the teams are taking the field. So that's a special moment for every kid and parent when they're watching their son, their child, play at Lucas Oil Stadium. But how about to get Chris involved and have his son Cash win the Mental Attitude Award? Of course, that speaks to what he does at Westfield. But just for you guys at the IHSAA to have that photo taken, Chris Ballard on the field with his family in the 6A game, how cool was that?
Well, it was real cool. And anytime a student athlete wins the Mental Attitude Award, it's something they put on their resume for the rest of their life. But, I saw Cash come through and I saw his application. And first of all, a great football player. His command of the game and as the center on the offensive line there was great. But, he handled himself with such class all the way through. His interview post-award was phenomenal also. And then, and that's for all families. It's just another opportunity to be proud of this child that they've raised. And, it was obvious that Cash has got a phenomenal upbringing and great parents, and that showed Saturday, and that's the reason why he was the Mental Attitude Award winner.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. So, Paul, full swing, girls basketball and boys basketball. I know last weekend, with the snow coming into town, it was greeted by a lot of postponements, I think 48 total basketball postponements on Friday night. So what's the process for you guys of helping get all those rescheduled on schools' dockets? And, again, 48 postponements, that's a big number.
Well, our schools do a phenomenal job. It's something that our athletic directors, I think, across the board are some of the best in the country, and they do a great job of managing those types of situations. And it's not just one phone call and say, we're going to play this game on this date. You have to work out the date, then you got to make sure you can hire officials. You got to let your fans know. You got to reschedule transportation. There's just a whole host of things that go with those reschedules, and our schools and our athletic directors do just just a phenomenal job with that. And certainly it's not something that we want to do, but we're certainly prepared when it's time to make a reschedule.
Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul, always a pleasure. Great job last weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We'll talk to you soon, Brendan, and thank you for what you do to promote education-based athletics in this great state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some, and when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Commissioner, we were just talking off air about how much is going on across IHSAA athletics action, especially in the next week or so. We're going to have the boys and girls soccer state finals coming up this weekend from Carroll Stadium at IU Indy, girls volleyball semi-state, boys football sectional semifinals, and then add one more layer into the coin. Girls basketball is about to get rolling next week. One of the busiest times of year, no?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's busy, but in really in a good way. Yeah, this is the culmination of summer of hard work, which leads into the fall, and things have gone well. But here we are. We've started celebrating state championships a couple weeks ago with golf and tennis and unified flag football, and we're going to hand out some more hardware coming up the next couple weeks. It comes fast.
Absolutely, boys and girls soccer state finals Halloween night. It'll be boys Class A and 2A, and then Saturday, November 1st, everybody else takes stage. From Carroll Stadium, Commissioner, what do you love most about the state finals being there at IU Indy?
First of all, if you go back to that origin of that stadium, and it was built for the Pan American Games years ago, it's just hosted so many iconic events from track and field to certainly IU Indy's events, and we've been there for our state championships for the last several years. And again, it's right downtown in our beautiful city, and it gives an opportunity for fans to come to town to enjoy the city, but really watch soccer in what I would call an incredible high school facility. Like all the places that we play, they're just incredible facilities that showcase our sports well.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig. Sectional semifinal Friday for IHSAA football being on Halloween night. You know, I'm from Illinois, but even in the Illinois playoff setting, it was always special whenever you could get playoff or tournament football on Halloween, because in these communities, no matter where, the kids are going to go trick-or-treating, and then a high likelihood that all those minivans and cars going around from trick-or-treating are going to wind up at a...
All right, everybody, we're back here getting ready to start the second half. We got about a minute and a half left. New Pal Dragons lead the Eastern Hancock Royals 37-26. We look over the history of this series. We said these two teams have played 69 times. The Royals have won 26. They have a record of 11-17 here at home. So see if we can get some of that magic back here.
Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we did finish the quarter fairly well. We got going a little bit and got them in some foul trouble, so that could help.
Well, and, you know, last week we had a 9-point deficit, and we erased it really, really quickly.
Yep.
So, I mean, 11 doesn't feel like a whole...
No, and we've got nothing from Rutherford offensively yet.
No.
That's you know, abnormal.
We have 13 from Powers and 5 from Luke Manship, and the rest are, you know, single basket kind of guys here. So we've not gotten a lot going.
I wonder if we'll run a couple sets for Caleb just to see if we can't get him a look. Because he is really capable of filling it up. He and Powers were instrumental in that third quarter last week.
So Royals have Rutherford, Loring, Powers, and the manship squared. We see Dara, Davidson, Parrott, Hershey, and Atkinson. There's that set for Rutherford. They've scouted that pretty well. Eli's going to get a corner three. Ooh. Not there. Davidson there for the rebound.
No, but I like that. That was a good open look for Eli.
Eli didn't take a three last week against the Bulldogs, so may not be on the scouting report. Luke, nice steal there by Luke Manship. Powers dishes it over to Rutherford. Rutherford lays it in for two. Single-digit game. Parrott to Davidson. No good. Loring there for the board.
Yep, and that was because Eli fighting Hershey.
Loring can't get the basket, but does pick up the foul. I don't think whoever it's on, it's going to be three. Except for Dara, who only had one. So
is that who they gave it to? Yep. It's another guy with two, though.
And that's where we've won drastically. We've won the foul differential by a large margin right now. Landon hits the first. And the second. 7-point game. Hershey with the ball up top. Deflected out of bounds by Powers.
But that's Powers' quick hands again.
And again, they have been just really, really, it feels like the second and now the third quarter really trying to feed Davison, and it just hasn't been, well, that was there.
Yeah, and that
Powers fell asleep.
Part of that was Davison's height advantage too. But I'm just kind of shocked they've let Atkinson go. Oh, in and out.
Hershey and Eli. Eli's sole job at this point is just to annoy Hershey.
Yep.
You can tell that.
Oh, a good
Dara
up and under.
Through.
Yeah. Dara I think it was Loring, got him off his feet.
He's got 7. Loring drives, can't get it to roll. Eli tips it out to Powers, can't get the roll.
That's 2 for Powers that were in and out.
Under 6 to play here in the third. 11-point Dragon lead.
Yeah, and that's Luke's third.
See if we can see it from this camera.
I think it's legit. Just bodying him a little bit.
Yeah, he bumped him right as he went through.
But Landon's asking about the same thing on the other end. It's like, hey, I got bumped too.
So Dara was a 73% free throw shooter last year.
Yeah, we're going to see Stevens come in for Big Luke.
Dara hits them both. He's up to 9 on the game. Loring with a nifty move. He's up to 8 points now. Atkinson.
Yeah, I think that's the guy I'm riding right now for points.
Yeah, he's at 17. Loring can't get the basket, but gets another foul. Fouls on number 4, Eli Parrott, his third.
And I like the aggressiveness from Loring. Studi getting ready to check in.
Loring hits the first.
And really, Landon driving like that's going to open up some shots for Caleb and Caden and Stevens.
Landon's got one more. No good. Atkinson gets pulled down by Eli. Eli didn't like it, but he did have him hooked.
Yeah. And he was actually, Eli was in a sandwich there.
Yeah.
Attaboy, Coop.
Cooper Bechtel gets the floor wiped up there. So 13-point Dragon lead, 5:10 to go here. Davidson's fadeaway, no good. And again, just another forced shot from the Dragons. And I'll take it, but I felt like a lot of forced stuff here for them. Loring gets away with the travel and gets the basket. Dara's three is going to be short. Davison putback is there.
Yeah, he almost missed that. It was like he was shocked it came right to him.
Loring buries the three.
Landon's having a quarter. I think that's 10 so far.
Just this quarter. Hershey over here to Atkinson, to Studi. Dara is hacked there. I don't know who.
That was Landon.
Was it Loring?
Yeah. I think he got caught going through, and then it was just.
So he picks up his third. Luke Lewis is going to come in and get him. Powers, not much he could do. Just a size advantage from Davidson there.
And that's where they get Davidson points is on a set inbounds play like that.
Because again, he's hit a three, but he's not been shooting well. But going to the basket's where he's been at his best. So he was a 60% free throw shooter last year, and by 60% I mean he was 3 of 5.
Yeah, he's got a nice looking shot.
Well, I just meant he didn't play that.
No, I get it. I'm saying, like, he has a nice-looking shot. It's just sometimes you got to stop trying so hard.
Let it come. No good. Powers with the rebound. Zach Stevens over to Powers, trying to get Luke Lewis around here. They get the screen, trying to get Rutherford that shot up top. Bad pass, Davidson with the steal.
Oh, that's a bad foul.
Yeah. Well, he didn't hit the layup, so.
I guess.
It's only Stevens first.
Right now we're like 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
There you go. That's the first one. That's the sec. Lewis in the corner with it. Drives. Kicks out to Rutherford. That one was nearly stolen, too.
Yep.
Stevens gets bodied by Studi. It's going to be Study's third. So he and Parrott with 3, Loring and Luke Manship with 3 for the Royals. Lewis has got a seam, drives in, can't get it to go. Atkinson there for the rebound. That was going to say there had to be something.
Yeah, there were 3 guys too.
Coach Bechtel doesn't like it, but I'm probably going to have to side with the ref. There was a lot of Eli's kind of bumping him the whole way. I don't know. There's a lot of contact there.
Yeah, I think Eli got him earlier and was fortunate. He was trying to grab at him. And we don't need him picking up a third.
So Atkinson.
Yeah.
We
are helping them keep their lead by putting them in the bonus.
Atkinson hits that one. He's got 19, leads all scorers. Another deflection, and then Powers loses, wasn't nothing Powers could do.
No.
Just that deflection, then Powers deflected it out of bounds.
Powers just told Luke, throw it back. Give me a backdoor cut. It's just they are anticipating that pass every time. The Loring and Luke Manship come back in. Lewis and Rutherford will have a seat.
14-point Dragon lead, 3:02 to go here in the third period. Dara over to Davison. Now to Atkinson, back to Dara. Kicks it out to Butler, now over to Davison.
Davison leaves it short. Good defense from
Powers.
Luke Manship.
Or was that Luke?
Yeah.
It's been Powers most of the
night. Yeah,
night.
they traded. I think that's why Davison won. He was trying to pick up a foul on Luke.
Luke takes it to the rim, can't finish, but gets the foul.
You're going to be
I think
Butler.
it's Butler, the way the official's talking to Butler.
Yeah.
Cale Butler with his first.
Now both teams in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Luke Manship hasn't scored yet this quarter, so his first opportunity leaves it just a little bit long. Hershey and Rush come back in for Studi and Butler. There, Luke gets that one. His first point of the half. .13 lead. Powers nearly steals it away. Davison.
Oh, that's a good move.
That's tough. I mean, and that's so hard because Powers gets the deflection that you wanted.
Yep.
Man.
There's nothing that Stevens do there. Davison's got 8 in this quarter with a chance to make it 9 here.
And he does.
But again, he's going to the basket. He's not standing out at the three-point line just trying to hit a jumper.
So he's up to 14 in the quarter. We get Dara a little hand on the back of Loring there. It's his third. By the way, I keep watching Eli Manship inside, and he is, I said he's just a pest to bigger guys. And he just reminds me so much of those late 80s, early 90s NBA players. Like I want to call him Bill Lambier.
Oh, yeah.
Or Dennis Rodman.
Those bad boy Pistons they annoy the heck out of you.
Davison, no. Hershey on the putback. Hershey, that's his first rebound of the half because Eli's been.
Yeah, he sat for a while. He didn't play a whole lot in that quarter.
Stevens looks at the Powers. Powers drives, puts on the brakes, lets him blow right by, and
no.
Oh,
all right. Good heads-up play from Zach Stevens. I like the move from Powers. He just couldn't get the right angle with his scoop shot.
Yeah, he just slammed on the brakes. Everybody blew past, flipped around the other way. But Loring to manship. Back to Loring. Takes it high off the glass. He's got two more. Loring now with 18. He leads the Royals. 14 of them in this quarter.
Yep. Yeah,
Davison's step
that was
back.
a flop.
And then we get a Powers three in the corner.
No. Man. Somebody put a lid on the basket for Cade in this quarter.
Dara, no good. Davidson, though, for the rebound.
And we stood around watching that time. Been pretty good going for rebounds, but not that time.
Yeah, he and Loring have been going back and forth this quarter. I got him with 11, Loring with 14. Under 10 to play here. Loring buries the three. Davidson's heave, nowhere close. Loring's got 21. And he's feeling it right now. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
All right, Scott, it's that time. Dave's Express Care trivia question. Coach Bechtel is 1-1 in his career against 3A schools. I brought this up to him at lunch today, and he goes, who did I beat? That was his question to me. I was like, good, I'm glad you know. What is our all-time record against 3A schools? So remember, class basketball doesn't start until 97-98. So from 97-98 till now, what is our all-time record against 3A schools?
That's another good question.
And I'll give you a hint. We have played 3A schools 48 times.
48?
48 times we've played. This is our 49th game here tonight.
That's a broad range of size and also talent.
Yeah, my favorite was Coach Brechtel's. Davidson nearly loses it. Responsive. Who did I beat? Nice hands by Stevens. Deflects it out of bounds.
Who did he beat?
I can't tell you that because I guess I could. Centerville his first year.
Okay.
Because remember, Centerville was 3A for a while.
That was one I had forgotten.
Atkinson drives. Can't get it to go. Hershey on the putback, and Eli's going to get called for the foul. That's tough because Hershey was probably not going to make that the way he flung that up there. So Hershey at the line to shoot two. Let us know in the chat. Nobody's chatting with us here. What do you think? It's our record all-time against 3A schools. We know that Coach Bechtel is 1-1. Hershey too strong on the first.
Trying to think. I mean, with Greenfield was 3A for a while, weren't they?
Only a couple years.
Yeah.
I think the first couple years of class basketball, they were 3A. So 48 times we've played 3A schools. Hershey hits 1 out of 2. Powers on the wing. He wants that 3. Gets to Loring instead. Parrott's going to pick up the foul.
Hey, Sherry Dowd's watching. I feel like she would have a guess.
That's Parrott's 4th.
Yep. We haven't heard from John Collins tonight, so he's one of our normal guessers.
And right now, I mean, anytime Loring gets in the paint, he's getting a foul. I mean, he's drawing a foul.
He is being aggressive with what he's doing offensively, and it's creating some opportunities. We just got to capitalize on them.
Well, we'll see if these fouls come into play. A lot of guys with 3. Parrott now with 4 for the Dragons. Loring can't hit either one of those. Got a guess of 17 and 32.
In and out. Oh!
Loring with the last one to touch it. I thought it might have been out on Hershey, but I think
so too.
He probably just was saving it because he wasn't sure.
Yeah, because Luke was right there as well. That's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But Dara couldn't get that layup to fall. We just couldn't grab it.
Hershey to Atkinson. Little interesting wrinkle to try to get it to Davison. Still nothing from him. Luke Manship with another rebound. I say nothing. I mean, he's got 16 points, but I meant nothing deep, really. Everything's been at the rim.
He's got 1 3-pointer. Yeah, everything else been close to the basket. Get in.
Powers too strong on that one. Eli with the rebound, or Luke with the rebound, then he gets bodied by Hershey. Only Hershey's second.
I was going to say, that's with all the foul trouble they've gotten, that was only Hershey's second. And he's probably the most physical player out there.
Well, he and Eli, like I said, they're just letting those two play, I think, really and truly. They're like, you guys beat up on each other and hold each other, and we promise we won't call it.
Oh. Yeah, Loring was calling a tip, and it looks like the official's going to agree with him.
That did not get tipped at all.
No, I didn't think it did either.
No, it didn't. That was just
they're going to talk about it now.
Yeah, his hand was up. If you watch that, that definitely did not get tipped. We'll take it. Not going to complain.
Nope.
We need the breaks right now. See if we can turn that into points.
Nope.
And that one I think was out on the Dragons, but that was definitely hey, the last one was questionable. We're going to make sure that this one goes back the other way. Whatever way they called the first, that's what they're going to do on that one. Yeah, another guess, 20 and 28. So what is our record? The Dave's trivia question. What is Eastern Hancock's record all time against 3A schools? We've played 48 games against 3A schools in the history of Eastern Hancock basketball.
Oh, Powers. Well, maybe if they call that on Eli, we'll see.
Here's the replay. They call it on Eli.
Yep. Because I thought Caden was clean up top. That's Eli's 4th. I've got him with 4. Well, that's good. I'm glad I got that one wrong.
By the way, Davison sinks the first one. Yeah, Eli kind of got him in the elbow there. You could see it right there on that replay. Davison 1 of 2.
Yep. And Rush fighting over a screen falls into Powers.
So Rush picks up his 3rd. So they've got Parrott, Rush, Dara, and Studi all with 3 or more.
Yeah, it feels like the Dragons, they're kind of still playing football, at least with the physicality.
Rush nearly picked up another one there. Powers scoops it. No. Eli Manship with the rebound and the putback.
And by the way, that's the quintessential Eli Manning basket right there.
Eli Manning.
Yeah.
So again, I was hoping more people would try this one. What do you think, Scott? This
My
is
guess.
our Dave's trivia question. Let's throw it up on the screen one more time.
I'm thinking like 11 and 37. You said 48 times we played.
48 times we played against 3A schools. And now you can think. So let's start thinking of who some of those are. New Pal and Mount Vernon spent a lot of time in 3A. Centerville spent some time in 3A.
Right.
Indian Creek, who was in our conference for a while, is 3A.
I mean, we played Beech Grove much?
I don't think we've ever played Beech Grove.
Trying to think.
Frankton we played for a while. They've been 3A. I don't know if they were 3A when we played them, but I'm pretty sure I think they were. Newcastle, 3A. I'm trying to think off the top of my head of who else.
Rushville, Shelbyville.
We haven't played them since the class basketball era.
We pick up Delta ever, like in a tournament?
Nope.
Because that's what I was trying to think who, like that tournament that we played in the Spalding Twins senior year, if there were any.
They were all 2A and 4A that year. So.
No. I would say 11 and 37. I just feel like most of the 3A schools we played have been like the county schools that are usually better than us or that come out ahead. So I guess most of those were probably in county tournaments.
Tyler Blattner guessed 13 and 35. Oh, Studi gets trapped in the corner.
They stepped on
the line, or are they going to call a foul?
Well, according to our student session, they can't believe that we got called for a foul.
Oh, they gave him a timeout.
Timeout. All right.
Wait.
So we got one official's going to.
We're not yet sure yet. We either have a timeout or a foul.
If I'm Whitaker, I think I want the foul, but keep your timeout and still have the ball.
Okay, so they're going to give him the timeout first.
Yep. And I think they were going to call Caden Powers on the foul.
They were. Which wouldn't have hurt. Caden's only got one, but got another guess. So 13 and 35 by Tyler Blattner, 19 and 29 by Josh Cooley. Your answer?
Wow.
6 and 42 against 3A schools. Coach Bechtel is the winningest coach against, not winningest with most wins, but winning percentage against 3A teams. Now that is not 3A and 4A. Actually, against 4A schools, we are, if I have my list in front of me, 14 and 20.
All right.
So it's kind of weird. You would think the 4A teams you'd be worse against than the 3A teams, but we stopped playing. We stopped playing the county tourney when everybody bumped up to 4A,
right?
And so you end up. We haven't played as many of those 4A games.
No. And I know one of the it went away for a little bit, came back, and then another reason they wanted to get rid of it was because Mount Vernon, New Pal, and Greenfield were all in the same sectional, so they were playing regular season, county tournament, and in the sectional.
Yep.
When you're like three times, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
so.
Same conference. You can't get away from that. Same sectional.
Right.
And then the county tourney, and so I understand that completely. I get it.
Yeah. And that county tourney was fun for us, but it's kind of a no-win for those schools. They should beat us.
Dara forces the scoop, can't get it, and Royal's going back the other way.
Euro step, but
Landon kind of forced it as well. I think both of those guys were trying to get a foul.
Yeah, and Landon even looked for the foul, and then there it is.
Yeah, Rush does get bodied there by Eli. Watch the replay here from the Cody cam. So Rush at the line. Sinks the first.
Carson Rush, first points of the game.
Hits them both. Hershey going to come back in.
Yeah, and I would say, I was thinking about Hershey. He's spent a lot of time the second half sitting, but he may be in shape from football, but basketball shape's a different kind of thing.
Yes.
And so some of these guys didn't get their 2-week preseason to kind of get in basketball shape. All right, Landon.
Loring again. He's got 24, and he is feeling it right now.
Oh.
Studi to Davison to Hershey.
Two passes that are just off, and that's a
sequence of events that was different than what I expected.
Yeah, an unfortunate sequence of events, and Hershey ends up with the basket. And he's in double figures.
Is he double? I only had him with 9. Oh, no, he's got 11, doesn't he?
Yeah, I got him with 5 points this half, or this quarter, I should say.
It'd help if I could keep track of things.
And this is kind of the point last week where we lost touch.
And then Loring, frustration there going after that loose ball, because you really probably weren't going to get that, but he picks up his 4th there.
Yeah, he and Eli both on 4. Stevens and Luke Manship sitting on 3.
Well, part of this comes, we have not, Lewis played about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. True Blood played the same 2 or 3 minutes. We have not played a lot of guys, so the guys we have played have got a ton of minutes.
Yeah, it's really been a 6-man bench tonight. Zach Stevens coming in whenever anybody needs a break. Oh, good job from Luke, and that's going to result in a drag and turnover.
Well, and you wonder, like, it's just kind of an interesting press that we're throwing at them, and they just look a little confused on where they want to go with the ball. They can get it in, but then that second guy, it's like there's not a lot of consensus on where they want to go with it. Powers deep 3, too hard. They hit the wire.
Yeah, and they're going to call it over the backboard, I think is what it was. Although we did have some guys there, so we're going and crashing the glass.
3:49 to go. Royals trail by 16. They're not doing a lot to get open, really.
No.
Although Davison gets by Stevens, by Rutherford. Hershey, Dara.
That was really unselfish of Hershey. Probably could have taken a short jumper if he wanted.
Loring off the mark. Hershey taps it over there to Parrott. Parrott in trouble. Heaves it into the crowd.
Yeah, that'll be an error. There's a shortstop threw it into the stands over the first baseman's head.
Well, I like that. We didn't show press, and then we jumped at him, and everybody left him by that point.
Right.
Powers again for 3.
There we go.
Powers cuts it down to a 15-point deficit. He's got 16 points on the night. Timeout, and we're going to step aside. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
With 9-Star Connect high-speed fiber internet, there's no choosing between speed and reliability. You get both. Lightning-fast internet with no data caps and equal upload and download speeds means everyone gets what they need when they need it. Stream, game, work, and connect all at the same time without missing a beat. All backed by our 24/7, 365 expert support team. Because your connection should be the last thing you worry about. Switch today. Visit 9starconnect.com.
So if we look here at the upcoming schedule for Eastern Hancock, they will be in their first conference game of the year at Westdale tomorrow night. We will not have that coverage. Westdale Sports Network on YouTube. You can go there. They do an outstanding job of covering their games. They've one of the best around for doing it. So we'll have that, and then we'll see Northeastern and Daleville, another double weekend next weekend. Dragons will be at Greenwood before they return home against Chittard next week. So if you're a Dragon fan, go out and watch your team at Greenwood tomorrow night. Davison with the floater. Loring gets fouled by Hershey. That's Hershey's third. Oh, there we go. Nice play. Get Powers the look. Powers short, but Luke Manship flies in from nowhere. Oh, Stevens, nice reversal. Zach Stevens can't hit it. Davison with another rebound. Oh, splits the defenders. Up to Atkinson. Over to Hershey, and Hershey, 2 more from him. It's tough. We got 2 really good looks there.
Yep.
Stevens, another good look. Buries it.
They're just not falling consistently enough right now. And it's kind of turning into a track meet.
Loring again. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Dara. And they don't need to speed it up. They just need to be patient and work their offense with 2 minutes. Well, I guess they could do that.
Yeah, I think they're just taking advantage of having some open lanes. They've got us outnumbered because we're shooting and they're going breaks when they grab the rebound. Swing it.
Man.
That was a nice job by Parrott.
Yes, it was.
Trueblood and Lewis will go check in as it's an 18-point lead with just under 2. Loring's coming out. Luke Manship coming out.
We didn't have everybody off the floor, and the ref handed Zach the ball.
Yeah, it's not like in football where you can go as soon as the ball's placed.
Powers drives, kicks to Caleb. Rutherford back to Powers, corner 3, got it. I think it's going to be too little too late here from Powers. He's got 19. Nice heads-up play by Hershey.
Yep. Taking a little more time off the clock.
Yep.
Powers going to pick up the foul. It's his 3rd.
We're in the bonus, so that's only his 2nd. Remember, they didn't give him that one earlier because we got the timeout. Right. So that's going to send Parrott to the line. He's 1 of 2 on the evening. Sinks that one. Sinks them both. Parrott with 6. Minute 12. Stevens. Man, it was a athletic deflection. Back to Trueblood, back to Stevens. Got another one. Then a steal. Lewis gets the lay-in. Coach Bechtel telling him to foul. Because that quick 5-point swing made it a 12-point game.
I mean, it's looking respectable. We played 2 really good physical teams here in our first 2 games, and it reminds me of the years we would play Centerville and Frankton, where both were really good in the early 2000s. It's a tough way to start, even if you got a good team.
Drew Morris going to come in for Powers. That's why Coach Bechtel was telling him to foul, because he wanted to get Drew in. I was trying to figure out, thought that's kind of an odd thing, but Dara hits them both.
Yeah, they're going to get Robertson in as well.
Dara with 15 points. Parker's going to pull the trigger. Nearly had his first varsity three. JV in for the Dragons as well. Trueblood gets taken out. Was that Rush?
No, I think it was Butler.
Oh, 20. Max Lewis.
Oh, all right.
It's going to send Trueblood to the line to shoot 2. Eastern still playing hard here. Zelinga in as well. Well, Zelinga will be in a second. Now
they're going to
let him come in. Yeah.
Let's get Luca a few seconds of varsity time. Rutherford will be off.
Chance for a rebound here, maybe.
There was an NBA guy who made the trillion stat. I cannot remember his name. I think it was a kid from Ohio State.
Mark Titus from
right?
Brownsburg.
Oh, okay. Did he go to Ohio State?
Yes.
Okay.
He walked on as a manager initially, I believe, at Ohio State.
Okay.
With Greg Oden and Mike Conley, and then ended up making the team. Yeah, Mark Titus I played against him. He's my age.
Yeah, he has a book. I just saw it recently. I think it's called "Don't Put Me In, Coach."
Yeah.
But he had the trillion, right? 1 minute played and no stats. All right, Trueblood
gets in on the action. Should have played like this in the JV game. Played our defense like this the whole time. Nothing to lose. So the Royals going to fall short on this one a little bit. 79-67. The New Pal Dragons get their first win of the year. The Royals will fall to 0-2. But like you said, this is a really tough part of your season. These might be two of the top teams you're going to see all season if you start your year with them. So don't look at that 0-2 record and think, we're going to struggle here. This is, arguably, I look at our schedule, they might be the two best teams we're going to play.
Yep, absolutely.
Again, Royals are going to fall to 0-2. We're going to do a quick commercial, and then we'll be back with final stats after this.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
All right. We got it here. Final stats here. Final score was 79-67. They already turned the scoreboard off here in the gym. Scott, you got the final stats here for the Royals?
I do. We have Caden Powers leading us with, I take that back. It was Loring who led us with 24. Powers with 19. Zach Stevens had 9 off the bench. 6 for Luke Manship. 3 for Eli Manship. 2 apiece for Rutherford, Trueblood, and Luke Lewis. I also had Luke Manship with 10 rebounds. A bunch of guys had rebounds. And 3 steals for Caden Powers.
And I'll give you our official rebound numbers here in just a sec when the email comes through. But for the New Pal Dragons, Will Davison and Liam Atkinson were their 2 leading scorers with 19 apiece. Evan Dara with 15. Sam Hershey double-double, 13 points, 12 boards, which we say he had 8 in the first quarter. So Eli did a good job with him in the second half. Eli Parrott with 6, Cale Butler with 3, Evan Studi with 2, and Carson Rush with 2 as well. And again, this is one of those, if we look at the schedule here for Eastern Hancock, I mean, falling to 0-2, but again, probably the two best teams we're going to see.
Yep.
I say probably two of the best. I can't say they're the two best. Wapahani is always really good. We don't know nothing about East Central.
Right.
That's a new team to our schedule. Greenfield, I couldn't tell you about because I think they started 5 seniors last year, right?
Yeah.
So they graduated everybody. I don't know what they're going to look like. And Liberty Christian, I hear, is really nice. So, I mean, not the two best, but two of the best teams we're going to play. And so, and you got to bounce back. Conference game tomorrow. The goal is always to win trophies, right? Win the conference, win the sectional, move on. So this is our first step towards winning a conference title. Is going to be going up to Westdale and trying to defeat them tomorrow night. Again, as we said earlier, we will not be streaming that. That will be the Westdale Sports Network. If you look on YouTube, you'll find Westdale Sports Network. You can find that game. New Pal, 1-0 on the season. They play Greenwood tomorrow night. And then they've Chittard and Greenfield next week. So they get started into conference play next week. So if we look, anything else, Scott? Before
we got to pick our Paxton players.
Oh yeah, we got to do our Paxton Farms player of the game.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Caden Powers. I thought he played fantastic defense on Davison. Davison ended up getting some points in the second half, but it was in spite of Caden and not because of Caden. And he harassed the heck out of him early on, too.
19 points on top of that.
Yep.
So, I mean, he was the guy. Loring was our leading scorer, but like you said, Caden right there, and those steals and that defense on Davison. Because again, he's their dude. He's the guy they want to lean on. You could tell he's the guy they're running sets to, and Caden did a really nice job on him all night. So Caden Powers is our Paxton Farms Sweet Corn player of the game. And like I said, this was the 70th meeting all time between these teams. New Pal has now won 44 to the Royals 26. Eastern Hancock is now 11-18 at home against New Pal. And New Pal's won 5 in a row. So we will be back in action next week. The girls play, I think it's Youth Recognition Night, if I'm not mistaken, next Tuesday, or this upcoming Tuesday. They host North Decatur. Mrs. Dowd is going to be on the mic for that one. So Sherry Dowd, former coach, will be on the mic. And then we got a doubleheader weekend.
Yep.
Northeastern on Friday night, Daleville on Saturday night. Both of them here at home. And the girls actually play Cathedral on Saturday afternoon. So you could just come out, and I bet you could put a camper in the parking lot and you could just stay here all weekend. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. And again, New Pal victorious tonight by 12 over the Eastern Hancock Royals. And we will see you guys next time.